Okay, everybody also please be careful around the cameras and the lights. Yeah, this is starting right here. The static shot right here. Yeah. This is what we're seeing online. I'm seeing you. There you go. There you go. That's what we're seeing.
Should we tell parents so they can get kids to walk through?
They can. Because there's no audio, right? Hold on.
Pulling it up.
Okay.
It looks like.
Okay.
Should I?
Everybody else has it.
Okay, you guys. Right now on the KHU11 Facebook page, if you go on, there's a live shot of right here in front of this polar bear. So if you walk and wave, you guys are going to be on the live stream. And we have about 10 minutes if you wanna go and wave. I like the lights. Those are very
incredible display. 22 years they've been doing it. I'm going to show you around coming up next. David, it's a little chilly out here, I will say, though.
Everyone has at least one neighbor who goes all out with their holiday decorations.
Yeah, really decked here as we have a holiday home that does not disappoint. Brandi Smith live at home down in Rosharon as the lights are now on. Brandi.
They are actually. Kevin Duke just ran inside to turn on the display. So what you guys have seen at 4 and 5 is just a display with all of the lights on. But this is actually synced to music. We've got some Kenny G going in the background right now. And you'll see the lights on the tree behind me twinkling along with it. We're going to ease into some peppier music. Kevin, come on over. But I want to start by asking Vicki a question. You guys have been doing this for 22 years. Technology has changed so much. I hear you're in charge of programming this super techno tree. What is that like?
It's very interesting. Once I get into the programming, I can go in and I can make it do hearts, I can make it do lightning, I can make it look like a lava lamp, fireworks. I can even put donate to St. Jude's or any other text that I want to put in there. I can put it in there and it'll scroll for as long as I tell it to scroll for.
That is so neat. And it has 256 colors per light bulb?
Yes, that's correct.
Absolutely amazing. You think about how far technology has come, truly. Kevin, I want to bring you in here because I know this is a lot of work. You put so much time and effort into doing this every year. What keeps you going on the days when you want to throw it all in the garage and never look at it again?
We've had a year where everything was going wrong. All the electronics were failing, lights were coming off, and we were about to throw it in the trash. And one year we got a letter in the mailbox. Didn't have a stamp on it or anything. I opened it up and it was from a couple in Pearland that said they had come by and seen the display. They loved it. They couldn't tell who was more excited, them or their 4-year-old granddaughter jumping up and down to every song that was in the rotation. When you get a letter like that, I started tearing up. I read it to my wife, she started tearing up. When you get a letter like that, you cannot stop.
I can imagine the motivation that would have really quick. Before we go, we have a present to give you guys. Come on over. The whole neighborhood is out here to recognize the Duke family as our first Living in the Lone Star holiday home for 2022. Say Merry Christmas, you guys.
Merry Christmas!
All right, Rosharon is ready. We're heading to Katie next week. Len and Mia, back to you.
Oh, yes. Congrats to them.
Duke family.
We can't wait to hand out more of those yard signs, and we want to see more magical holiday home. Send in your nominations by going to khou.com/holidayhomes.
That home is rocking the block and the neighborhood.
I remember being a little kid and there was one house in my neighborhood that had the lights, and it does make a difference.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Makes the
absolutely.
All right, hey guys, we are live in Rosharon tonight with, I'm pretty sure, the whole neighborhood here to celebrate our first Living in the Lone Star holiday home. This is the Duke family Christmas. More than 68,000 lights. You'll notice 3 different trees. We're gonna bring in Kevin and Vicky to talk a little bit about this display. Just an incredible thing that you guys started 22 years ago. What did it look like back then?
Back then, it was just a plastic reindeer, a plastic Santa Claus, and 4 candy canes.
I'm like, if I recall, it's that Santa up in the window, right?
Yes, as part of this display, we brought back our what we call our legacy or our beginnings. We wanted to pay homage to those things that we first started off when we were first married, didn't have a whole lot of money. That's what we put out, and now it's evolved to this.
You spent a little more money on it over those 22 years. Tell me about the budget that you guys have every year going in.
We have a budget of about $1,000 a year for upgrades, for repairs, for new items that we decide to put into the show.
And that's, you guys do about 1 item a year is the rule. What was the new item this year?
This year we decided to add a little color to the house. So we've added floodlights to the house to give it maybe some reds and blues, whatever we want to add. It also will simulate this tree with the different colors. It can go 256 different colors on the floods as well. So it's a small upgrade this year, but at least it's one thing. Sometimes when we upgrade, it can be very small or it can be very large like this tree.
Vicki, I know I just asked you this at 6 o'clock. There it goes. This tree is sort of your brainchild. You get to program it. What is that it's got to be a fun, creative outlet.
It is very fun for me. I get to show my creative side that nobody sees.
Yeah. What does it take to program it? Like what are the options?
I can make the tree have hearts. I can have it stars. It can have fireworks. It can look like lightning. It can look like a meteor shower. I can donate to St. Jude's or Lutheran Church Charities. I can put those things in there, and it'll scroll through however long I tell it to run that program.
You mentioned St. Jude's and Lutheran Church Charities. December 17th, you guys are doing a big event. What's happening December 17th?
We are having a community event that we want everybody to come out and support the Lutheran Church Charities Canine Comfort Dogs who have been here for our community, been to Uvalde for the school shootings, been to El Paso for the Walmart shooting, been to Pulse in Florida. They've been all over the United States. And this is our chance to show them our support and thank them for the work that they do. And they can also get free pictures with Santa Claus.
And we have Santa's hanging out over on his chair over here right now. We have candy canes out. And this is kind of what you guys do on Fridays, Saturdays, right?
Yes, every Friday and Saturday we give out free candy canes to anybody who wants to come by. If they want to ask questions about the show, then I will sit there and talk with them. I'll walk them through the show, what we do, and make everybody feel like this is not just our show. It's everybody's show.
I loved what you told me a little bit earlier about you asked your neighbor across this way why he didn't go all out for Christmas. What was his answer?
He said, why do I need to decorate when he can walk outside and get a second-degree burn by just the lights over here? So, he enjoys just coming out, looking at the lights. He's had enough lights. He'll go back inside.
Gotcha. All of the figurines here, those you didn't build yourself, but the other structures you guys work on?
Yes, we have hand built almost every structure here except for the creatures.
What kind of time does that take? Actually, just going through the lights every year, what is it in October when you pull everything out? How much time are you spending going through 68,000 lights to make sure that they're all on?
Countless hours. Really countless. I haven't counted the hours. I know it takes us at least a full month of going through the lights, at least 8 hours on a Saturday and a Sunday, 2 to 3 hours Monday through Friday when we get home from work. It's a lot.
A lot of work, but when you see the response like this, when you see the light in kids' eyes, it doesn't even have to be kids, adults driving by and seeing this. How does that make you feel?
Well, the reason we do that is because of the kids. Our kids are grown. It's just us now. Anytime we do this, we may bump ourselves. We may shock ourselves in the yard. There's all kinds of things we'll do. And every year we're like, okay, is this the last year? But the first time we see a smile on a kid's face when they see the show, we forget all about that, and it's all about the kids.
Let's talk to some of these kids right now. All right, I'm going to go one by one. Do you guys want to tell me what you got in one word? Give me one word to describe what you think of this Christmas display. Do you want to go first, Gigi? Okay, what's one word to describe this?
Great.
That's a great word.
Fantastic. Awesome. Delighted. Fabulous.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You know what? I think that really sums it up right there. Did you guys want to say a word? Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Superior, I guess.
All right. I'm just gonna keep moving through here. Do you want to say a word? How you think the lights are? You can say it.
There.
There you go. All right. You went. Do you want to say a word to describe the lights?
Christmassy.
They are Christmassy. That's great. What about you?
They're very colorful.
They are.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Awesome. I already said something.
Oh, sorry.
Expensive.
Yeah, we know that's true. All right. Was there anyone else who wanted to add something? Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool. It's enough for 2 words. Very cool. Did you guys want to describe the lights? I see. What word would you use to describe the lights?
Merry Christmas.
Yes. Did you have one?
Amazing.
Amazing. Do you guys want to try?
They're colorful.
They are. No? You know what? That's truly what this display is. Like, it will wipe out all of the words that you have. Colorful, great, awesome, Christmassy, all of the above. What was it? But 68,000 lights. I'm coming back over here. 68,000 lights. There are more than 6,000 per tree over here. We talked about the trees at 5 o'clock, but let's cover it again for people who are just joining us. There are 3 different trees for a specific reason. What does each stand for?
We built the 3 trees to represent the 3 levels of building in the show. When people first start out and they want to do a show like this, or even a static display, they'll always start off with a cone tree, and that is our very far tree. It's got regular incandescent lights on it. You basically put up a pole, something to hook the lights with, and you bring it down to the ground and you stake it to the ground. The second tree...
Here, hold on. I just want to shout out to Eric, who's doing the best he can right now. Eric's behind the camera, trying to show us around. We also have a drone up. I don't know what's going at any given time, so we're just rolling with it. Okay, sure. Second tree.
The second tree is a middle level tree. It has a base to it to simulate a trunk. It has LED lights on it, so it's the second upgrade. And then we have the pixel tree, which is the latest technology that every bulb can turn 256 different colors, and we can do unlimited possibilities with that tree.
This all started, the fundraising part of it, because you are a cancer survivor. And you guys have a donation bin out here. Tell me about the evolution of that.
We started off with St. Jude, or not St. Jude's, MD Anderson, and we did that for about 7 years. And I told my husband one day, I said, why don't we switch to St. Jude's? Because without the children, we have no future.
And you can donate. What is your website?
It is DukeFamilyChristmas.com, or they can go here locally and St. Jude picks up the donations here.
Because you guys have a direct link on DukeFamilyChristmas.com that'll take you right to the St. Jude's website if you want to donate. I'm trying to think. What other questions do you guys have for the brains of this operation? Do you guys have any questions for them about all the work they did? Oh, well, they have a budget of $1,000 a year, and they've been doing it for 22 years. So is 22,000 probably on the low end, right?
Yeah, it's pretty low. Yeah, so 22,000 is probably on the low end. We're probably now at about 30,000.
I do have to ask about the power bill, because I look at this and just think, oh my goodness, I don't know if I could keep up.
Power bill is actually not bad because this show runs 6 to 10 on weekdays. Friday and Saturdays it runs 6 to 11. They're blinking on and off. So the power bill runs about $25 more when the lights are running in December. So it's actually not bad.
The energy ogre is back there. Yeah. He's got answers if you have any questions. Any other questions over here? Oh,
How long does it take to put up everything?
Ooh, you know what? That's it. How long does it take? We talked about this at 4 o'clock, but I don't think we've covered it yet. When do you guys start the process for this?
The actual install, we start at the first week of November to put this thing up. It takes 3 weeks for us to actually put this show up because we can only do it on weekends or when we have time or when my wife lets me on the ladder and not fall off the ladder.
I mean, it's worth noting you guys both have full-time jobs.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So we can't do this. If we did this full-time, we could get it done in a few days. But as the show has grown, so is the length of time. So right now we're at 3 weeks to put everything up.
Because I was trying to count earlier, there are dozens of items in your yard. Do you guys have a final tally on like how many individual trees, arches?
We actually do, because we have a printout of everything that's in our yard, a total inventory in our yard. So, I mean, from the 3 trees to 32 mini trees to 8 main towers to 4 ring towers. I mean, and then the creatures. 12 mini arches, and the driveway arches. There's 5 driveway arches. It keeps going.
Absolutely amazing. Any other questions, guys? Oh, yeah.
How much lights do you have every year and all combined every year?
How many lights do you have?
68,000 and growing. So right now we stopped counting at 68,000. So because now we're getting into the new technology, and because the new technology can turn all kinds of different colors, you really can't count 256 times 1,600. So it just keeps growing.
One thing you can count though. Oh. Yes, go ahead.
When did they buy all these lights?
How long has it taken you to build all these up and buy them all?
22 years and counting. So,
but also worth noting, they built a lot of this stuff. So the tree they made, they made this, they made the little trees down there, they made that tree over there, they made the arches, they made these poles, they built them.
They built everything?
They did, yeah.
Everything except for the creature.
And I will say, Brandi, one of the things that we took in mind was the child's point of view when you go through this show. An adult is so much taller, so when they walk through the show, they just see the lights going on and off. But a child, when they're here on the sidewalk, the reason we have some lights on this side and lights on this side is when they walk through this show, they feel immersed inside the show.
Amazing. Well, again, this was our first of 5 holiday homes for Living in the Lone Star. Thank you guys all for coming out and making this the best kickoff ever.
Yeah, woo!
Wrapping it up live in Rosharon, I'm Brandi Smith.